Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. Nutnfancy here with another knife review. In this review I'm going to talk about one of my favorite collectible blades. Might not be an absolute all-around best performer. It's very specific in what it's designed to do, but in that function, i.e. purpose, I think it would excel. It's this blade right here, the wonderful and gorgeous Protech Godfather. It's an awesome purpose-built, lightweight tactical knife, and we'll talk about the specifics right now. First off, let's look at the blade. Like I said, it's a very limited application blade, designed obviously and primarily for thrust cuts, stabbing if you will. It is a tactical defensive knife, and I think that's what it's designed for. Sure, you could have put this blade in a lot of different situations, maybe call upon it to function as a utility blade, but I don't think you'd have much luck with that. Of course, if we take a square peg and hammer it hard enough into a round hole, we can always make it fit. Same goes with any blade. We can always use whatever blade in any kind of roll and kid ourselves thinking it is performing well, when in fact it may or may not be. So this blade is designed primarily for and obviously for stabbing. In that, I think it would do well. No, I've never tried it doing that, nor do I ever hope to try doing it. The Protech Godfather has that really nice sharp tip, but to get that sharpness, i.e. needle-like sharpness, it's very weak. It's an unreinforced tip that's just kind of out there. That's why I say if you try to employ this knife in an overall utility slash tactical role, maybe in cutting or slashing with this type of motion where you're doing a sweep, looking for belly that just is not in the blade. Remember, it's a linear point. You're going to be stressing that tip, probably breaking it, if not at least dulling it and bending it up. This is a purpose-built stabber. That's what it's designed to do, and in that function again, I think it would do just fine. A little bit over 4 inches, this 154 cm blade. This one is beautiful. It's titanium nitride coated for both aesthetics and also corrosion resistance. This is a limited edition Protech Godfather. Much like many of Protech knives, they'll do limited edition batches. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but this is Thai Gold limited edition number 5 of 25. And yes, this is a very expensive knife, specifically $275, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's gone up in value since then as well. So the Protech Godfather is indeed a very cool tactical blade. Let's talk about deployment. It is an automatic knife. Doesn't need anything but a push of a button to make it come out, and come out it does. Nice and strong, this Protech Godfather. Love this knife. Absolutely solid lockup, no play, up, down, side to side, it just doesn't matter. Like all Protechs, they have very close tolerances and use ultra high quality materials, on par with Microtech if you will. The deployment button's right here. I will give kind of a ding for that, as it is located right near that pivot screw. It'd be real easy in the heat of the battle to hit that pivot screw thinking, where's my knife? When in fact your deployment button's right below it. Don't laugh, it has happened a lot before, it will happen a lot in the future. I do prefer overall for tactical purposes a manual folder, just to avoid that reason, and if it's really well made like a lot of the Benchmades, you really don't need an auto knife. But as far as auto knives go, especially really cool ones like this Protech is outstanding, and you can't fault it on much. So, button, it is recessed by the way, and because it's recessed, Protech has dispensed with any nonsense safety devices, which I prefer on my auto knives. I don't use my safeties. I don't think they're needed. I've never had one of my auto knives ever go off by itself, even in rigorous operations, both flying and on the ground. Handle's nice. It's square. This is a 7000 series aluminum handle with G10 inserts, beveled nicely for more comfort, although you do have some edge coming out here. Overall though, it's ergonomic and comfortable. These are G10 inserts, like I said. I would like to see these have a better texturing on them, maybe a flat out gun-like texturing kind of like on a 1911 pistol grip. That would really be nice if they'd done that. Nevertheless, it is beautiful. It is functional. It does add a little bit of grip to it. No jimping on the top or bottom. In fact, there's really nothing there on the choil / hilt area that would prevent your hand going forward, other than a tight grip, maybe having the fat of your palm around the end so it doesn't come forward. So be careful if you ever have to use this knife as designed. Heaven forbid your hand would slip forward, cut your own hand and your tendons there. Not cool. Clip is nice, tactical black, and like all the other screws in the handle, it's affixed with a simple Torx head, which I think is appropriate. Doesn't need any special or proprietary heads or fasteners to work on. Kind of like in some circles Microtech uses. They put that clip about as far back on the end as they can while retaining that nice coffin-like bevel on the Godfather. So I don't really have a critique on that. That's a design limitation, no problems. Flow through, design, mud, blood, guts, whatever you got going on there should flow through. Lightweight too, 3.8 ounces for this one. The solid aluminum versions I'll show you here in a second are 4 ounces. That's pretty light for such a large, i.e. over 4-inch blade. Protech Godfather, limited edition and titanium nitride. Outstanding. Here's another one. This one is red, solid aluminum, matte gray finish, 154 cm blade. Another beautiful knife. And that's where the Protechs, in my opinion, really shine, and that is just sheer joy of ownership. Don't underestimate that. This is a knife that every time you break it out, you show it to your friends, they'll just dig it. Granted, non-knife people think you're psychotic, but anybody who knows and can appreciate a tool well made will automatically see you as someone who appreciates the same things they do. And that is fine mechanical devices that are just put together well. What a beautiful knife. In red, aluminum handle, matte gray blade. I know, I'm a sick dude. Here comes number 3 Godfather. Sick man, I admit it. I love these Godfathers though. They're so outstanding. Super fast, wickedly cool. Few knives can match the coolness of a Godfather. This one's in tactical black with a matching tactical black blade. Has some vertical striations on this blade, which I find very attractive. It's also 154 cm, just like the other ones. Rock solid lockup, just like the other ones. Tour continues, and yes, this is the last one. This is my last Protech Godfather. Love this knife. Has a satin finish blade. Gray aluminum handle, G10 inserts. Very similar to the others, just different coloring. And that there also lies in, therein lies a very cool aspect of the Godfather. It's its ability to look so outstandingly cool in different colors. You change the blade color, the handle color, and it just takes on a completely different personality, at least far as looks goes. So in summary, the Protech Godfather is an outstanding, purpose-built, and you got to remember that, purpose-built tactical knife. Is it a knife that I would carry in wartime? No, it's not. It's too limited in application, i.e. thrust cuts. If I knew that I need an all-around defensive knife, maybe utility, tactical knife, I'm sorry, but I probably wouldn't carry a Godfather. There's so many other good choices out there. But if you want just simply a backup blade that will do just that, a thrust cut should you need it, you probably won't go wrong with a Godfather, as long as you're careful with that tip. Lightweight, super cool, beautiful knife, ultra quality materials. As far as collectability goes, it ranks near the top of the list. Protech Godfather. If you're lucky enough to have one of these, congratulations. It's heirloom quality. You'll be handing down to your kids. They'll hand it down to theirs. Thanks for tuning in. Godfather out.